you can't trust old people. Not as far as you could throw them.
Just let me be a monkey.
So as part of the nutritional analysis team of life, we wonder what's the best diet, what's going to help us live the longest. And there's some old people out there, centenarians, and there's groups of them on certain islands around our flat earth. And we look to them saying, okay, this group is like, they're always living to 100 at least. And that's the lowest age. Those are the failures. 113, no problem. So the Okinawans, the sweet potatoes, that's why, right? Or is it the pork? Pork? That's banned by the Bible. That can't be the reason. You know it. YouTube recommended me some scrub, some young guy into longevity research. You know, most of these longevity studies are like in the past 5 years. Like, you're guessing. There is no longevity study. We'd have to wait another 100 years. Nobody started one like 400 years ago. That's what we needed. That didn't happen. David St. Clair, I think his conclusion was keto. That's the longest you'll live. Just do that. It makes no sense. All these people that follow these type of scientific protocols, like calorie restriction, there's some science suggesting that monkeys who eat less than the obese monkeys live longer, look younger, so it's like, okay. But then people take it way too far. And they're like, I'm only eating apple skins. I've seen it. There was a documentary years ago, I watched it. This guy was super skinny, looked disgusting. He's probably dead now. And he was eating literally the skins of the apples and throwing the best part out. All the nutrients are in the skin, bro. We've seen it, the antioxidants. So throw out the sugar. Who needs energy? I do. One reason you can't trust centenarians is these old people in old times where there weren't chemtrails, there wasn't pesticides, maybe there were some eventually, but not their whole life. They weren't monkey-blooded like 18 times. Then they're like special at math. You know what I mean? Can't say too much around here. But autisticular people are forced that way by chemicals, aren't they? I mean, my generation, we got genetically modified food as normal. That was a normal thing for us. That's recent. It's an experiment. With all the pesticides, the monkey bloods, the chemtrails, the fluoride, these old grandpas with their smoking cigars and eating bacon and eggs for breakfast, they don't count. I'm not counting you as a success story. You got it easy. There was just farmed food that was normal and fresh. Everything was organic. There was no label organic because everything was. Everything. I remember making a statement like this, that old people weren't subjected to the poisons that we are. And then I got a comment. I think it was Resting Bitch Face. And she was like, are you joking? They had DDT. And she listed off a bunch of shit. And I was like, you make a point. You make a point, the DDT. Kids were playing in it. The trucks would drive by spraying, and they're like, hey, it's not a sprinkler, you stupid kids. That's why you have 3 arms. But people see these long-lived people smoking and eating cake and bacon and eggs, and they're like, well, see, it doesn't matter what we eat. No, he had good genetics from his farmed family. He didn't have a lot of poisons, and so like he only lived to 100 when he should have been 300. He should have been 300. He failed at life. What a young loser. He should have started having kids at 300, like the Bible suggests. When you're 800, then you might know a thing or two, but you don't until then. This is the first day where I felt like I could get away with a t-shirt. I brought a sweater. I was originally sweatered. But now it's like, first day. It's almost June. Canada, you suck. Just let me into your country, states. Give me a green card under the table. I'll give you $18. Is that good? You know what's funny? Like, I believe raw food is healthiest and we should live longest on a raw food diet, but I can't help but look at the evidence, and like most of these fruitarians are dropping dead pretty young. They're not living very long. They do the dry fasting, they get poisoned by soil. Like, man, they keep dropping dead. Old guy, TC Fry or something, got kicked in the head by a horse. It's like, just be careful, you walk to the side. Don't look back. Those are nice legs. Ow! Why do bad things keep happening to these people? I want to see Doug Graham when he's 115. It's like, okay, he did it. Wow. Someone's going to kill him off. They're trying to kill us all off. That's what it is, I bet. Who gets poisoned by soil? Something ain't right. If I was to give you longevity advice as a 40-year-old, I would suggest that calorie restriction is potentially viable, but don't feel starving. Eat enough. Just don't overeat. Overeat for sure ages you fast. You see people at these all-you-can-eat buffets, their guts, their face is wrinkled. Don't smoke. Don't drink alcohol. Look at Marcus Picks. Never smoked, never drank in his life. Looks fantastic. So, I don't know where the whole sugar ages you versus fat clogs your liver and ages you debate lies. What's the truth there? I imagine that fat is worse, but don't quote me on it. I know some of these fruit eaters, they don't end up looking the best, but sometimes they do. And then it's like, well, what the hell? You can't judge skinniness as being older and aged. That's not how it works. People keep telling me that, oh, you look so much better now that you're eating meat. I just got fatter. That's the only thing that happened. I didn't age less. I didn't become younger. I just got fatter in the face. I'm swollen up with animal lard. My best advice would be do some of the things we know for sure. Getting out in nature, not eating too much. Don't do drugs. No coffee. I know some long-lived people drink coffee, but it's not because they drank coffee. Follow some of the rules. Relax. Don't take it too serious, and don't take it too lackadaisical where you're just like, whatever, man. We don't know what the hell to eat. I'm eating pizza tonight, drinking coffee after it, so I can pep myself back up awake. You know, they say don't feed animals in the wild. Don't feed them. That's for morons. We're feeding them like pizza crust. They don't need your stupid diet, but raw grains and seeds, that's good times. That's a fun surprise for somebody. You know quinoa. What the hell was that? Is that a snake? Leave me alone. Do you like grains? I doubt it. I left a bunch of quinoa. This is buckwheat. I'm just getting rid of my old grains. Squirrel was eating quinoa. Loved it. Loved the thing. I thought they only liked nuts. And I saw a squirrel. I thought he was eating another squirrel, but not really. Is that squirrel eating another squirrel? What am I seeing? What am I seeing right now? Are they mating? So you didn't kill her. Am I disturbing? I'm so sorry. Carry on. I'll just be here. And that's when I learned how babies were born. I just learned that. So now that I know how it's done, I would expect an offspring of mine to live to 200. Subscribe to his YouTube channel for amazing advice, because he got it from his old pop. I touched the microphone. That's a rookie mistake. So we know nothing, but we know some things. And don't pretend you know everything. Don't ever make a definitive statement like you know for sure anything. We know nothing. That's all I know. So, I'm leaving. Thank you for watching and agreeing with the video. Thumbing it up is a good choice. Some people do choose the thumb down option, but it's because they have a pet frog, and when they went to feed it longevity food, it died immediately because your science with your goji berries and your apple peels was indigestible to his very nature. I had rats once as a pet, and I was feeding it like my leftovers. I was making this like rice and beans with yogurt. I was giving it to him, and then he was like dead, basically. He was so bloated and constipated, and I was like, I killed him. So, I killed rats. That's a problem. But I'm sorry. I feel bad about it. There's someone running up on me to kill me. As revenge, I take it. I release myself. No. They let me pass. See, I apologized for my sins, and Jesus accepted them in some manner, and that's why I'm still here. So I'll see you in the next video. He didn't kill me. I'll never die.